Hi everyone, my name is Nijay, and today we're going to be learning about the reflex arc, one of the fastest and most protective pathways in the nervous system. I'll walk you through what a reflex is and the 5 components that make the reflex arc work. What is a reflex? A reflex is a quick, automatic, involuntary response that helps protect the body from harm. It's controlled mainly by the spinal cord rather than the brain, which makes it extremely fast. Reflexes also help maintain balance, posture, and homeostasis. A reflex arc is the pathway a nerve impulse follows to produce a reflex action. It allows the body to quickly respond, automatically or involuntarily, without conscious thought. Let's talk about the 5 components that make the reflex arc work. The receptor is the first part of the reflex arc. Receptors in the skin, muscles, and organs detect original stimulus like heat, pressure, stretch, or pain. They convert that stimulus into an electrical signal that begins the entire reflex pathway. Next, we have the sensory neuron. The sensory, or the afferent neuron, carries the electrical signal from the receptor towards the spinal cord. It enters through the dorsal root and acts like a messenger, delivering information to the central nervous system so that the body can respond quickly. Inside of the spinal cord, there's the integration center, which is made up of 1 or more interneurons. This receives the sensory signal. It processes the information and immediately decides to correct response. This step is fast because the decision does not have to travel up to the brain. Next is the motor neuron. Once the decision is made, the motor or the efferent neuron carries the command out of the spinal cord through the ventral root. This neuron sends direct instructions to the muscle or gland that will respond. Next is the effector. The effector is basically the muscle or gland that performs the actual response. In most reflexes, the effector is the skeletal muscle that contracts to protect the body. For example, pulling your hand away from something hot. In other reflexes, glands can act as effectors by releasing substances. So now that we've talked about the 5 components of the reflex arc, let's talk about the withdrawal reflex example. Let's look at a common example, the withdrawal reflex. Touching something hot activates pain receptors in the skin. The sensory neuron sends the signal to the spinal cord. The interneuron quickly decides the response, and the motor neuron activates the arm muscles. Your hand pulls away before your brain even has time to register the pain. So, why does the reflex arc matter? Well, reflex arcs provide fast protection from injury and help maintain posture and balance. They also are used clinically, like during a knee-jerk reflex test, which help doctors evaluate the health of the nervous system. Let's do a quick review question. What is the main function of the interneuron in a reflex arc? The correct answer is C. It processes information and decides the response. This question helps highlight the importance of the interneuron in processing the coordination fast reflex response. Understanding how these 5 components work together is essential for learning how the nervous system protects and regulates our body. Thank you for joining me in this quick session.